Welcome back to the channel, Experiment Hub. Right now,
Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't scare me. I'm not scared of you. Upstairs, let's make it happen. 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 We only got to keep talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him.
We're ready.
He's
He's
smooth. He's smooth. I got him. Okay?
the global boxing community has begun sharing its reactions following the matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. What unfolded inside the ring lived up to every expectation that had been built around it. Fans had been anticipating this matchup for months, and the contest delivered exactly what was promised. It wasn't a simple exchange of power, but a strategic battle shaped by speed, precision, and mental resolve. The momentum shifted repeatedly, and by the final bell, the exhaustion was visible everywhere, in the fighters, in the crowd, and in the atmosphere itself. Almost immediately, The boxing world moved beyond round-by-round analysis and into passionate reaction. From the opening moments, it was clear this fight would demand patience and intelligence. Both men spent time studying one another, testing distance, and showing the kind of mutual respect that only exists between top-tier professionals. Those early rounds felt tense, almost like a negotiation, with each fighter probing for information rather than forcing action. Clean jabs and sharp counters dominated the exchanges, showcasing technical boxing that appears effortless only when executed at the highest level at times. The rhythm resembled a dialogue. Punches traded like sentences, ideas answered with counters, before being interrupted by sudden, explosive combinations that drew audible reactions from the crowd. Each corner arrived with a clear strategy, and more importantly, the flexibility to adjust when that strategy began to stall. One fighter relied on movement, timing, and precise counters to score efficiently. The other pressed forward relentlessly, attempting to close space, attack the body, and transform small openings into meaningful opportunities. Those opposing styles created a compelling back and forth. There were stretches where the defensive technician seemed untouchable, slipping shots and immediately turning defense into offense with sharp bursts. Other rounds favored the pressure fighter, whose aggression forced awkward clinches and exchanges that made clean scoring more difficult. That push and pull between evasion and engagement was felt with every shift in momentum, almost physically, by the audience. Certain moments felt destined for highlight reels and slow-motion breakdowns. A key middle-round sequence saw the aggressive fighter land a rapid combination that drove his opponent backward for the first time. The effect lingered beyond that round, showing up not just on scorecards, but in posture and confidence. Later, the response came in the form of crisp counters, fast, accurate 1-2 shots that pinned the advancing fighter near the ropes and forced a reset. Those exchanges weren't just damaging physically, they carried psychological weight. You could see it in subtle changes, shoulders tightening, corners leaning in, trainers shouting sharper instructions. In boxing, a brief exchange lasting only a few seconds can reshape the next several rounds. That dynamic played a major role in making the Shakur versus Teofimo contest so compelling. The intrigue deepened as both fighters adjusted continuously. When pressure began to find success, the countering fighter altered his tempo, doubled the jab, shifted angles, and chose precision over risky exchanges. When clean counters started landing, the forward-moving fighter responded by investing more heavily in uppercuts and body work, aiming to slow movement and change the texture of the fight. These small adjustments are what separate elite competitors from the rest. Victories at this level are often decided not by dramatic moments, but by details: a slight step, a delayed punch, a decision to target the body instead of the head. The trainers played a crucial role, delivering concise instructions that were carried out despite mounting fatigue. Their ability to read the fight in real time mattered just as much as preparation. The crowd told its own story. Noise surged when pressure took control, then softened into appreciative silence when clean, technical sequences cut through defenses. As the fight wore on, the energy inside the arena became another form of pressure. Roars followed major exchanges, and spontaneous chants seemed to push the fighters to keep throwing when exhaustion set in. Commentators shifted between excited narration and detailed breakdowns, while social media mirrored the action almost instantly with clips, reactions, and frame-by-frame analysis from seasoned trainers. It's rare for a bout to satisfy both casual viewers and technical purists, but this one managed to do both. There were multiple turning points spread across different rounds, none decisive on their own, but each nudging the fight in subtle ways. Aggressive flurries appealed to judges who value forward motion, while sharp, visible counters reminded everyone that clean punches carry weight. The closing rounds highlighted conditioning and discipline. Both fighters continued throwing with proper form despite fatigue, showing preparation that only elite camps can instill. The final moments felt like two athletes fully committed to emptying the tank. Post-fight scenes told a quiet story of their own. Embraces, handshakes, weary expressions, and trainers who looked years older than they had earlier that night. There was a shared understanding that both men had delivered. Interviews afterward reflected that sentiment, blending praise with thoughtful analysis rather than reducing the fight to a simple headline. Debate followed immediately. Fans and analysts argued over swing rounds, the value of pressure versus precision, and what each fighter should pursue next. Some called for a rematch, others for new stylistic challenges. From a business standpoint, that conversation was exactly the outcome promoters hoped for. Technically, the fight reinforced long-standing truths. Distance control and timing can neutralize power, while pressure and body work can disrupt movement and force uncomfortable exchanges. Both approaches succeeded at different moments, making the outcome layered rather than obvious. Judging this fight was difficult not because it lacked clarity, but because it was complex. Momentum shifted repeatedly, and both fighters had strong arguments in their favor. That ambiguity is what keeps discussions alive long after the bell. The immediate reaction from the boxing community reflected that balance. Fighters praised composure and adaptability. Trainers focused on tactics and conditioning. Casual fans celebrated the drama. Social feeds filled with repeated replays of the same sequences, as if viewers were searching for definitive answers hidden within the frames. Predictably, bold opinions followed. Comparisons were made, past performances referenced, and future possibilities debated. Yet the prevailing feeling was appreciation, for two competitors willing to take risks on a global stage, and for a fight that reminded everyone why boxing, at its best, remains unmatched. Practically speaking, this performance will influence matchmaking, negotiations, and future opportunities. Strong showings elevate market value, even in narrow outcomes, while gritty performances create demand for what comes next. Promoters, networks, and sanctioning bodies will now explore rematches, unifications, and crossover options, all fueled by the drama of this night. For fans, the fight delivered stakes and storylines, momentum for one fighter, and a compelling path forward for the other. Regardless of how the record books frame it, the visual and emotional impact of this bout will carry weight in the sport's near future. Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez didn't offer a simple finish or a forgettable technical exercise. They delivered a contest that demanded adaptation, showcased courage, and sparked conversation. Long after the event, those late-round decisions and exchanges will continue to be discussed. For anyone who loves boxing, that's exactly the kind of fight you hope to witness.